Hello, TJ Bellotti here again. Thanks for stopping back. I'm going to hit on two topics today. The first one is, what are you worth? You know, it's political season right now, and even though I'm a little bit of a political junkie, I'm not making this a political video, but one of the topics that's being batted around is this whole minimum wage thing and what the next administration, regardless of Republican or Democrat, what they're going to do to make our lives better and our lives easier. Here's the thing. Our success is not predicated on anything political, especially an individual in some office in D.C., which might be 20 miles from you, it might be 3,000 miles from you. What they say they're going to do and what they actually do is irrelevant. Your success and my success is based on one thing, what we are willing to put into our project to make it valuable. You know, a lot of people think, well, if I don't have a high school education, I can only get so far. One of the most successful business people I've ever been lucky enough to talk to is a gentleman who is quite up there in years, close to 90 years old. He did not make it past 8th grade. He started a car dealership, and it is still to this day one of the highest ranked car dealerships in the country. He is exceptionally successful and very well off. He didn't have more than an 8th grade education. My point is, he decided how valuable he was. He decided what his business would be worth by putting in the effort and putting in the time and sweat to make it valuable. We can all do that. We cannot necessarily all start a car dealership. I would not want that type of business because I wouldn't be comfortable with the overhead. But I could start any service company in the world with nearly no money whatsoever, and I decide how valuable I want to make it by how much work I put into it. So don't listen to what some politician says your minimum wage should be $7 an hour or $15 an hour. Forget those numbers, because at the end of the day, minimum wage is still the bottom earning bracket in our entire economy. You want to be aiming for a multiple of minimum wage. 2, 3, 4, 5 times what minimum wage is what we should be aiming for as our company's fees that we charge. So do not accept the fact that there's other people that are going to tell you what you're worth and how much you can succeed because of their interpretation of success. You need to decide what it is that you want to do to become successful and how hard you're willing to work to get there. Because as long as you put the effort in, as long as you're willing to be told and taught how to do things, you can get to whatever level you wish to get to. The second thing is, there's still a lot of people that have trouble gapping between, I currently work for this company, but I want to own my own business. We have entered an era in these modern years, these last few years, where we have what I call the gig economy, the G-I-G, gig. And what I mean by that is the business model for a lot of things that we do has completely changed. You used to hear about how Yellow Cab had a monopoly on taxi rides. You don't hear that anymore, do you? All you hear about is Uber. Uber completely changed that whole model of business for transportation in the shared business of driving people. So let's say you currently work at a job, but you really want to start a watch repair business, but you don't have a way to bridge that income. Go drive for Uber in the evening and work your watch repair business during the day. That might be what it takes, but it's easy to enter that. There's a very low barrier to get into that gig of Uber driver. Airbnb is another awesome example. There are literally people that rent out tents in their backyard for people that are traveling. A tent. They're putting that up on Airbnb, and people are actually renting it. That has completely changed the model of hotel rooms and motel rooms. So if you have, let's say you want to start, this would be an incredible lead-in. Let's say you want to start a bed and breakfast. You have a larger house, the kids are gone, you have 3 empty bedrooms doing nothing. You think, well, I'm a pretty good cook. I like to be hospitable. Maybe I'll start a bed and breakfast. Put one of those rooms on Airbnb and get your feet wet. Start to learn your systems and start to build a little bit of a clientele, one room at a time. The thing is with this new economy of sharing a lot of things, and I know that sounds awfully kumbaya-like, but what I mean is, like, Uber is based on share rides. Airbnb is based on sharing space. The more of these types of business models that come up, And the more we're able to use things like the phone that I'm videoing this on, the better off and the easier it is for us to put a business into place to get traction and build it quickly. So again, do not let people tell you what your value is. Look at all of the unconventional and new ways that you can break into the self-employed or small business market and take advantage of what we currently have. Thanks so much. If you guys have any questions, please throw them in the questions below. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.